two Gospels in the New Testament. There's a Gospel of the uncircumcision and Gospel of the circumcision. The Gospel of the circumcision was headed by Peter. The Gospel of the uncircumcision is headed by Paul. We see this in Galatians chapter 2, verse 7. Paul has been entrusted with the evangel of the uncircumcision, according as Peter of the circumcision. What are the differences between these two Gospels? Peter, who is Jewish, and all his friends and believers in his faith are also Jewish. Paul is said to have given up his Judaism because it was deemed things which were gained to me, these I have deemed a forfeit because of Christ. So in this paragraph, Paul describes how he was perfect in law keeping and he gave it up for Christ. And now we can see that there is no Jew nor Greek. We're all one in Christ Jesus. This is Paul's gospel. In Peter's gospel and the circumcision gospel, they still retain their Judaism. And proselytes, those who convert to Judaism, still have their standing within that hierarchy. Because, as we know in Revelations, the 144,000 come from the 12 tribes of Israel. And they are of ancient Israeli blood, and they belong to those tribes by blood relation. So, in a nutshell, we have the gospel of the uncircumcision and the gospel of the circumcision. The gospel of the circumcision and Peter have an expectation to fill the patriarchal promises. God will be turning away irreverence from Jacob. God still has patriarchal promises he needs to fulfill to Israel. That still needs to happen. There's no spiritual Israel. It is the real blood tribe, genetic Israel. That still has to happen. Because remember, the 144,000 come from the 12 tribes, genetically. There's no quasi-spiritual substitute here. It is real Israeli blood. So they are expecting the kingdom of heaven and to fill the patriarchal promises in the future. And they still need to keep law, or do their best to. And Christ's faith fills up the gaps. With Paul's gospel, it's based entirely on faith alone. And they have an expectation in the celestials, which I'll make a short on some other time. Paul goes into this in Romans 3. We are apart from law, and we have a righteousness of God that comes through Jesus Christ's faith. We're justified gratuitously.